Hey there guys, and welcome back.
This statue looks a bit younger than the real Lloyd. I guess this is how he used to look.
Tales in Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. Episode something, 40-something. It's actually been funny. I've been recording for about 5 minutes because I looked all around Altamira trying to find Marta, and then I was like, wait, that's right, I have to go see Lloyd the Great, which is a reference to coming to see this statue. So, whoops!
Lord Emil.
What is it, Tenebrae?
If I'm wrong, please forgive me, but you didn't actually make up your mind to protect the gate as Ratatosk, did you? You regret having killed Aster, so you intend to somehow turn yourself back into a core and become a lock on the door. Am I wrong?
Why would you think that?
How did you know?
You're not the sort of person to settle for sealing away part of yourself inside your heart. If you sealed your other self away, then it must mean you will seal yourself away as well.
If I wanted to turn into a core, I would just need to get myself hurt really bad. Like you did, right?
You've regained your power. It would take a formidable opponent to bring you down to such a critical state.
If the violent side of me that's locked away came back and tried to kill everyone, then the others would be forced to fight me.
So you're planning to let Ratatosk out at a crucial moment in order to make them beat you into subjugation?
Do you plan on acting that?
Tenebrae, you've always been Ratatosk's ally. Please don't forget that when I need you the most.
Emil, there are better ways, I'm sure of it.
You force me to do the most difficult things.
That's one of the... It's weird because it's like... Emil is like the anti-Lloyd, whereas Lloyd had this, like, almost retarded level of optimism in the face of all, information. He's like, no, it's gonna work out. It's just gonna work out, trust me. I know. Emil, like, finds the worst way of doing things and just resolves to do it that way without talking to anyone. Lloyd is always assured that there's an optimal path. Emil, like, begins with the idea of, I'm just going to kill myself in order to, you know, solve this problem without even researching it.
I'm sorry.
I am your centurion. No matter what you decide, I will obey you until the end. Lord Emil, have you made your peace? Is there anything you've left unfinished or have yet to do?
No, I'm ready. I've even patched things up with my aunt and uncle.
If you should change your mind, please tell me at once.
Everybody really wants him to change his mind.
I'm glad to have had you as my centurion.
Lord Emil, I too am proud to have known you, Lord Ratatosk, in your time here as Emil.
Alright, so now we will head to Altamira and find Marta, because now Marta will actually be in Altamira. God dang. I feel so silly for the amount of time I spent trying to find her. Alright. I do really like that we have the Rayards again. That's just, that feels good. Feels good. Oh, the casino. I was like, where are we?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Don't worry about it. Thanks for coming.
So, how is your father doing?
Much better, thank you. He's stable now. They're going to transfer him to Meltokio's prison soon.
That unfortunately makes sense. Although he was tricked, he still was the leader of the Vanguard.
When this battle is all over, I'll need to head over there and receive punishment as a member of the Vanguard as well.
You too?
Yes, of course. I guess first I'll need to dissolve the Vanguard in Daddy's place, and then I'll serve my sentence.
I kind of don't feel... I mean, she has been so instrumental in
that,
beating the Vanguard. They should be able to give her a pass on that. I guess I don't know what else she did as a member of the Vanguard.
After that, I'll find a different way from the Vanguard to bring peace to Silverant and Tethaala.
Because she could have committed massive war crimes before she stole
Colette and the others
Ratatosk.
will help out too.
We don't really know much about her actual actions in the Vanguard, do we?
That's great. I'm sure you can do it, Marta. I wish there was something that I could do. to help out too.
So I guess, since you're the guardian of the Gunungagop, you would need to stay there and protect the door.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
But she
Then I
didn't consult
guess we'll never see each other again after this is over.
me. We've already established that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Why are you saying yeah? You know it's not true.
Tell me something. How can you just stand there and act so calm? I guess I really don't mean anything to you, even after all the time we've spent together.
No, Marta. I didn't mean it like...
Marta, he's struggling with something a
Emil,
lot bigger than you.
I want to stay with you.
Marta.
I don't care if you're a summoned spirit. I know who you really are. You've always tried your best. And that's the Emil that I love.
Oh, Marta. I don't know what to say. Marta. You've always been
Is he
there
actually
for
going to
me.
say it? If he's planning to kill himself, it's really mean of him to say
And
this.
Marta, I love...
I don't feel like she has to sit on her tiptoes to do that. They're not that different in height. She just look up.
Emil, I want you to make a pact with me after you've regained Ratatosk's
But you're not
power.
a summoner.
Huh?
That way, I'll be able to see you whenever I want to.
It'd be hilarious if she turns into a summoner and is able to summon him.
Marta.
She's in jail and he just comes out and he's like, she needs to leave now.
But I don't have any summoning abilities.
I promise you.
Huh?
Look, I don't know whether or not I'll be able to see you again. But I'm a summoned spirit. And I'll always exist in this world. And as long as I exist, you'll always be in my heart, no matter what. Always. Even if you grow up and find somebody else to love
Are
one
you
day.
calling her a little kid?
Emil, don't be stupid. There won't ever be anyone else for me.
I don't know, Yuan seems a lot more mature. He knows his way around a bedroom.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Richter's at the Gunungagop, right?
Yes, he has most likely made a pact with the demons to defeat you and is waiting for you there.
not just Richter. Alice, Dex, and the rest of the Vanguard members who still follow him will be there as well.
Right.
But to reach the door that connects to the demonic realm, we'll need to go to the Gunungagop. Isn't that right, Emil?
Yes. Everyone, let's do this.
Alright. Before we do this, however, there is... Whoa, you almost caught me there.
Yo, Emil, there's something
Yo!
I've been meaning to ask.
What is it?
Listen, you never hesitate to ask Regal or Rain for their opinion, and now that you've met Lloyd, he's your regular best friend. So why don't you ever come to your old buddy Zelos for
Is
advice?
all your advice about getting in someone's pants?
I guess I just didn't think to. Is that bad?
I'm not calling it bad, I just don't get it is all.
It's not that I don't value your opinion, but not only are you older than me, you're also the Chosen. I guess I was a little intimidated.
It's ironic that someone called the Chosen One would have self-esteem issues.
I could seriously have you roasting on a spit right now.
I don't think you could. I do not think that is in your power.
I must say, your cooking has truly come a long way.
How can you tell when you don't eat?
Anybody could tell by looking at it. Just look at this turnip you carved in the shape of a dove.
Once I get going, I can't help myself.
And this turtle is made from a pumpkin. It's a veritable work of art.
I want a turtle of a pumpkin.
Your cooking has come a long way, Marta.
That makes it sound like I used to be terrible.
I mean,
Okay, so I was pretty awful. Sorry about that.
but you've really worked hard at it. How did you improve so much?
I was hoping you'd ask. I came up with a foolproof method. I taste test my food as I make it. Once I figured that out, my cooking got a lot better.
You hadn't been tasting it until now?
I was going to say, that's... I'm a terrible cook, and even I know that.
Food's ready.
Is that?
Dark stew surprise?
Hooray! It's Dwarven potluck surprise.
I've missed this. This was one of Durk's specialties.
Yeah, this time the prize is a bracelet I made.
I'm gonna find it.
This is food, right?
Wait, you make food around an item, whoever actually dishes it?
What's wrong, Lloyd?
Okay, this is between you and me. Promise you won't tell anyone?
Of course. What is it?
I just saw Paul's mother Lilia for the first time in a while, and there was just something about her.
Something? Like what?
Well, she just had that air of a full-grown woman. She's kind and ladylike, but she also gives off this warm, motherly vibe. It's sort
Lloyd,
of like how I feel
yeah,
about
Lloyd, what are you...
Sage. I guess I just find older women attractive.
So, basically, Lilia's a mother and a wife, and you have a crush on her?
Quiet. This is just between us.
Hey, everybody! Lloyd just told me he's gonna have an affair with a married woman!
Lloyd, how could you?
You pervert! I can't believe I actually...
Lloyd, what's the meaning of this?
That is despicable. Wow, not letting anything stand in the way of love. Let it go.
No, it's not like that. I swear it's not.
Best scene in A. That was amazing. Okay, doesn't seem like anything else is showing up, and frankly, there's nothing that should come after that. That should... I almost want to end the episode on that note, but I'm not going to. So yes, let us to Asalia. Asalia.
You know, this really brings back memories.
I guess you're always on some kind of journey. Before this, you were looking for X-Spheres, right?
Yeah, and I still am. It's taking much longer than I expected, though. I knew it would take a while, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to keep my promise to my dad in time.
You made a promise to Dirk?
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway, I've dedicated my whole life to searching for X-Spheres, so no matter how long it takes, I'll see it through to the end.
But don't you get lonely doing this all by yourself?
I'm not doing it alone. I've got all my friends supporting me. And until a few months ago, there were 2 of us.
Really? Who were you traveling with? Was it...
God damn it. I thought this was in the school. So I know that whatever you say is going to affect what happens in the next place. So I'm going to actually show all of the scenes, but Colette is my official choice. I'm saying that now. So we'll start with the guys and circle back to the girls.
Genus?
Wow, how'd you know?
You 2 are best friends, right? Just makes sense you travel together.
Right. Genus is definitely my best friend. A good guy, smart too. He's fun to hang out with.
So you 2 just get along?
Yeah, something like that.
So then, once we finish this journey, you'll...
The 2 of us will go off again. I'll still come home to Asalia every now and then.
Both of you will, because Genus does live here, remember?
Well, I hope it all works out.
Dang, I would have saved an Altamira if I realized that the scene happens the second you walk into... Where's Flanor? I've lost it. I've lost it. There it is. I don't know if Flanor will actually trigger anything if you didn't pick... Oh, it will.
Lloyd Irving! Stop right there!
Do I know you?
You killed my sister! How dare you show your face in Flanor after what you did?
Hold on. Lloyd isn't the one who attacked Flanor.
Shut up! I saw with my very own eyes! This monster cut down my sister as she was trying to get away!
This is a very... I wonder how often this happens, Lloyd. It's gotta be pretty frequently.
That's not what happened. There was an imposter, and he...
I don't want your excuses!
Please, let us explain. Calm yourself and listen. What actually happened was...
That man just didn't want to hear anything we had to say.
Well, can you blame him?
We may require assistance from His Majesty to prove Lloyd's innocence. Otherwise, the world may continue to blame you for what's happened.
I'm sorry to put you all through this.
It's not your fault.
Flashback to Good Will Hunting.
No, it is my fault. I didn't tell anyone my side of the story, and now that's come back to haunt me.
I'm really glad they have this in here, because I always criticize this game for never having Lloyd do anything about the fact he had an imposter running around.
If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a while.
But Lloyd, you shouldn't be by yourself.
Don't worry about me, I just need a change of pace. I'll meet you guys in front of the inn later.
So now I have to run in front of the chapel, right? I bet that scene is the same regardless, and if so, I will skip it in future iterations.
Hey, Lloyd. What are you doing?
I was just taking a look at the city.
So yeah, almost destroyed.
I see.
This really brings back memories. You remember when we came here last time? All the stuff we talked about?
Yeah, that was right before our final battle.
Back then, I knew Mythos' suffering, and yet I still couldn't forgive him for what he did. And I still feel the same way, even today. But I can't help wondering what Mythos would think if he were here right now, with the world the way it is.
Back when we were collecting X-Spheres, people said all kinds of terrible things about us. But you took it with a smile on your face, no matter how hurtful they were. Was that because you were thinking about Mythos?
I think it's just because Lloyd has this weird and involatile amount of optimism.
Well, that wasn't all. The pain I went through could never compare to what he had to endure.
That doesn't matter. You can't compare one person's pain to another's. Or do you regret what happened?
I don't regret it. That wouldn't be fair to Mythos.
All right then. Because I don't regret it, and I don't think Mythos would either. We all had choices to make, and we did what we thought was right. Our task now is no different.
Genus.
I'm still a little angry at you for disappearing without so much as a goodbye.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But we're sticking together from now on, right?
Yes, I promise.
I was gonna try to cheer Lloyd up.
Looks like someone beat you to it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so glad you guys told me about these. Because that...
Sorry for making you all wait. Well then, let's get going.
Right.
Because yeah, it's interesting that one of the easily missed things is Lloyd's closure. Even though Lloyd was the enemy for most of this game. But I still really like it. So, I'm going to fade... Here's the thing. I have a feeling only the Flanor scene really changes. If there are significant differences in the Acelia scene, depending on who you pick, I will pick them. But if it's just like... Because it really seemed like only Lloyd's answer changed a little bit, but I bet the Flanor side of it really, really changes. So I'll go ahead and show them in kind of the least likely order. Although actually, I think Genus was a pretty good guess. For some reason, based on the way people were saying, I thought it was like, who will Lloyd choose to spend the rest of his life with? And I was like, well, he's not going to choose to spend the rest of his life with Genus. But as just, who does he trust the most, I think Genus has a very, very good claim. But anyway, I'll be back.
This is a long shot, but maybe Zelos?
I can't believe you guessed it. I know. I don't know why him either.
Lloyd is like, we kind of had to put every option, but no one's supposed to guess this one.
Huh? Really? I was just joking.
Well, it was kind of a joke. He never shuts up, that guy.
But you're smiling.
He's a doofus, but he's a good friend.
So then, once we finish this journey, you'll...
The two of us will go off again. I'll still come home to Acelia every now
Yeah, at
and
this
then.
point it is the exact same. Now this scene is going to be interesting to be sure.
Hey, bud. Why so glum, chum?
Come on, you don't want to be depressed. Who's gonna take their sides? I bet it's you.
What do you want?
What's with the attitude? You're in the presence of the great Zelos Wilder, the wise, the beautiful, the divine. Now, I understand it's natural to just say you're sorry and take all the blame in a situation like this, but listen.
Right, I know.
I really like how
You
they make it
can't let
seem
something
completely
like
plausible.
that get you down.
Let me have a pity party once in a while.
Bud, you're not too bright, are you? Frown and bear it. Girls go crazy for a dark, brooding guy with an emotional scar.
Personally, I've always thought the fact that I don't have that kind of baggage was part of my appeal.
Wow, Bud. I never figured you were aware of your charms.
The fact that I'm not aware of my charms is one of my charms.
It was a joke.
Well, go out and get hurt. No matter what happens, you'll always have me here to back you up, so don't worry.
It's so weird that, you know, I mean, I know they do this for everyone, but it's still really funny that they have the option to have Zelos be your best friend, even though he is kind of the one that betrayed you and tried to kill you. Although, he got better.
I'm not worried. I know you'd never abandon me.
Again.
You sure about that?
I trust you.
I'm pretty impressed and glad that they have the, you know, little side reference to the fact that I kind of totally abandoned you once.
Oh, man. You know I'm weak against lines like that.
I was gonna try to cheer Lloyd up.
Looks like someone beat you to it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
They made that very plausible, though. They had a natural camaraderie that worked off each other. It didn't feel awkward at all. Okay, so Presea next, because I feel like Rain, Sheena, and Colette are the... Well, I actually think Rain is the next most implausible, because she is not the type to go running into the world. And plus, Lloyd hates doing homework, so...
Rain, maybe?
Actually, yes.
Really?
For me, Professor Sage is... Oops, I'm not supposed to call her that. Rain is, she's...
He's all tongue-tied.
You're dating her? Wow.
What can I say? She was my first love. Even now, I can hardly believe
And this
it.
actually plays off pretty well, because that may be the purpose of that scene about older women, in order to make this scene plausible.
I hope you two find happiness together.
There you are.
We're going to get to eavesdrop on the relationship that should have never happened. Look at the age difference. Think of the scandal.
When it's just the two of us?
Oh, right, Rain.
Lloyd is so awkward.
Shall I guess what you were thinking just now?
Huh?
I've done nothing to be ashamed of, so no matter what anyone says, if I just hold my head high, everything will work out.
That sound a lot like Lloyd. Everything will work out in the end.
You're brilliant, Rain.
Ever since the end of our last journey, I think you've been trying to grow up too fast.
Maybe I have.
You have. Speaking up is important, not just for your own sake, but for others as well.
If you never speak up, it's like you don't even exist.
For others?
For the victims, and for us who believe in you. Taking the blame for something you didn't do hurts everyone around you.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just so tired of constantly having to defend myself.
You sound just like your father. Of all the traits to inherit from him.
Actually, how well did Rain know Kratos?
I do? Maybe so.
I'm going to keep speaking up. For your sake, and for mine.
Or was she talking about Dirk? Because both of those could apply.
Thank you, Rain.
Please don't ever go off by yourself like that again. I was really worried about you.
That is one thing I've got to say. It's very appropriate that Zelos is the only one that was like, oh yeah, bugger off, whatever. And everyone else is like, dude, no.
I'm sorry. I won't ever leave you alone again.
Okay, so next is probably a tie between Presea and Regal. Because Presea, both of them have a very, very vested interest in wanting to see all the X-Spheres destroyed. And it's actually the same reason. So I'm going to go with Presea first and then Regal second. After that will be Sheena and Colette to finish us out.
Was it Presea?
Bingo, it was me and Presea.
And bingo!
I'm a little surprised.
Oh yeah? Well, yeah, at first glance I can understand why you would be.
So, are you two...
Yeah, but,
Well, I didn't think they'd go there with Presea.
don't get the wrong idea. Presea is, well, she's much older than you think.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Anyway, she's been through a lot in her past, but she's doing everything she can to figure it all out.
I wouldn't never mind that. I'd be like, she's actually like 28.
So I want to be there for her.
I was a bit surprised, but yeah, maybe you two do make a good couple.
I don't think so. Presea's definitely my last choice as a partner for Lloyd.
It's okay if you don't get it.
This is probably going to be one of the most interesting ones, because it really shows an emotional side to Presea, who has, like, no emotions, or used to have no emotions, and still struggles with them.
Presea? What is it?
I'm glad. I thought you might be crying.
No way. Well, I was a little down, but no, I'm okay.
Okay. That's not the first time you've said that.
Huh?
We talked about this before here. When we say, it'll turn out okay.
It's because we're not absolutely sure, so we want to tell ourselves that. Yeah, I remember.
You didn't do anything wrong. I guarantee it. I'll say it. You're okay.
You got me there. You know, back then, I never imagined we'd be like this now.
You're right.
Wow, she laughed. Like a legit laugh.
But I understand now. The strength you possess isn't for protecting yourself.
It isn't?
Yes. When you go to help someone else, you become the strongest in the world.
Well, that's taking it a bit far.
No, I really believe it.
Thank you. If that's how you feel, then that's how I want to be.
I hadn't thought of this side of Presea, but the whole idea that her strength exists to protect others absolutely makes sense, because she started dedicating her life to vengeance, but now she wants to become a champion for the world.
Lloyd?
I want to be as strong as I can possibly be, so that I can protect you.
I don't think she needs your protection.
Lloyd?
Hmm?
Don't ever leave me alone again.
I'm sorry. From now on, I'll always be by your side.
Then it's a promise.
I was gonna try to cheer Lloyd up.
Those two just still do not fit in my head together.
Looks like someone beat you to it.
And Regal.
Regal?
Exactly. How did you know?
Well, I mean, like I said, he's very, very committed to getting rid of the X-Spheres, and he has enough resources that he could travel the world.
He seems like the most serious and reliable of your friends.
Yeah, I can count on him for anything. Someday I'd like to be mature and composed like him, but I've still got a long way to go.
It's hard to get to Regal's level. Regal's amazing.
Really? I would say you're a lot more grown up than most.
You think? Maybe I have matured a bit.
I would actually say he has, from the first game.
Good luck getting up to Regal's level.
Wow, he takes a long time to get into the sequence.
There you are, Lloyd.
What the hell?
Oh, Regal. Yeah, I just had to cool off for
Regal's
a
a
bit.
ghost!
Don't work yourself up over this. These misunderstandings will get sorted out in time.
Yes, I know, but it still gets to me.
That's only natural. But you never attacked Flanor. Actually, you were trying to save it, correct?
Is this just a weird glitch with my game, or is there actually like a problem with this scene for Regal?
I couldn't save it, which makes it just as bad. No, I guess I wouldn't go that far, but still.
No one is perfect.
Sometimes I feel the temptation of darker thoughts, like Mythos did.
I think it's interesting that Regal is the only one whose scene will get to the darker side of Lloyd, and how as time goes on, he's becoming increasingly understanding of what Mythos went through. Because I do think Mythos started off a hero, and then just eventually decided humanity could not care for itself, so he had to fix it.
These days, it's much easier for me to understand why he chose the dark path.
But you've turned away from that path. Maybe those thoughts are simply how you honor his memory.
I haunt your memory by having crazy thoughts.
It's just self-satisfaction. I'm only doing it because I'm convinced I'm right.
But isn't that important? So long as you can do that, you'll stay on the path of light. And I'll be here to support you, too.
Yeah, my disembodied voice bubble will be here whenever you need it.
Thanks, Regal. I'm really glad you're here for me.
I would say the same to you. You're the one who brought light back to my dark life. I'll always be grateful to you for that.
I guess that makes us even. We'll watch each other's backs.
Yes, of course.
That's probably the nicest thing, that is probably the most important thing in Regal's existence, is that Lloyd pulled him out of the depths of self-loathing.
I was gonna try to cheer Lloyd up.
Looks like someone beat you to it. Come on,
I'm
let's
curious
go.
if when the scene shifts, will
Yeah.
Regal's sprite come back? Or sprite, his model. Yep, okay. I was like, Regal
Sorry
will
for
just be a
making you all
disembodied
wait.
thing for the rest of the game. That'd
Well
be
then,
hilarious.
Let's get going.
Alright, and now the two most, in my opinion, canonical partners for Lloyd. Although I do have to say, I really wish that, like, either Persea or Rain had not been a love interest for him. I wish there was a chance for him to just be friends with a female. It bothered me that all four possible options, I don't know this, but I can't imagine Sheena and Colette are not, going to be dating him.
Sheena?
Hey, that's right. You know your stuff.
He's like, damn right.
Well, Sheena's always talking about you. She seems to really care about you.
Sheena's a truly good person. She's kind, she's got some domestic skills. She's a klutz too, but it just makes me want to take care of her.
So canonically, Lloyd is into klutzes, because no matter which of the two most viable options you pick, klutz.
Plus, she's upfront and honest. I don't have to put on a show when I'm around her.
All right, okay, that's enough. I'm getting embarrassed just hearing about it. So then, once we finish this journey...
Oh, that's disappointing. Sheena should have just like, pow, appeared.
Lloyd, come on, cheer up.
Oh, Sheena. I'm fine.
Yeah, just like with Rain, it's interesting that he seemed almost the most natural around Persea so far.
Come on, don't lie. You can't fool me.
No, it's true. I cheered up as soon as I saw you.
You idiot! Stop joking!
You're blushing.
Don't make fun of me. I was really worried about you, and there you go, and...
I'm sorry, but it's true. Just the sight of you cheered me up.
Wow, he seemed very disingenuous in this scene. I don't buy the two of them, actually. Maybe it's because I don't believe that he would have gone with Sheena, but it feels like Lloyd is saying the lines he thinks he should, and this doesn't seem to come from the heart for him. At least it doesn't strike me as genuine.
You're always so bright and happy. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Lloyd.
But if we were to travel together again, they'd curse your name in the same breath as mine because of what happened.
I don't care about that. Let them say what they want. I'd much rather be with you than have you run off again.
Okay, right after I said that, the rest of the scene got a lot more, down to earth and believable.
Me too. I don't care what anyone says. As long as you're with me, I'll be fine.
You better not be joking this time.
I'm serious.
Okay.
I was gonna try to cheer Lloyd up.
And, of course, the canonical one, at least from my playthrough,
Colette?
even listed first.
Whoa, how did you know?
Well, she's obviously in love with you, Lloyd.
Yeah, well, she's very important to me. She hasn't had an easy life. That's why I want to keep her safe.
She has an easier life
I
than
think
she
the
knew
two of you
either.
are a good match. Good luck with that.
Thanks.
So then, once
Wow,
we
that
finish
was a
this
very
journey,
brief scene,
you'll...
surprisingly, even though it was the one I feel the most strongly about. Here we go. The official one.
Lloyd, are you alright?
The one just sounds the best because that's actually Colette's voice. I realize the other voice has to do a good job, but it just makes me happy to hear Colette talk.
Colette? Yeah, I'm fine.
Liar.
Huh?
You always say you're alright, but it's not really true. You're feeling hurt, aren't you?
You see, this scene already feels genuine to me.
Colette.
Because I don't feel like either of them are putting on airs. This just feels very natural.
I know you're strong. But that strength, it's made from a big ball of kindness, and... So, what I mean is, you're really, really kind. And kind people get hurt very easily.
You dummy.
Huh?
What are you trying to do? Make me cry?
It's okay to cry. Sometimes tears are the best medicine.
That is true. We unfortunately live in a society where men think they're not allowed to cry, ever.
You're the only one I'd let myself cry for.
Lloyd.
Thank you. It was so hard being without you.
And for some reason, I feel like the game is kind of acknowledging this as the real one as well, because when they embrace, they're actually facing each other. Although it does bother me a little bit that they don't have Colette embracing him back.
Yes, for me too.
I love you, Colette.
And he actually said it to Colette. He didn't say it to any of the other ones. He made it clear he cared for them, but he only will say that to Colette.
I was gonna try to cheer Lloyd up.
Looks like someone beat you to it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, and with that, I will end this episode. Next time, we head for the Gunungagop.
Sorry for making you all wait.
For Richter
Well
at the
then,
end of the game. I
let's
don't
get
think
going.
we'll actually get through the final dungeon next episode, but within the week, I'm pretty sure we will be moving on from Dawn of the New World into Xillia.
Right.
Kitty, please.